Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. And the other day we reviewed one of the biggest houses in the entire world. It was $500 million. It took us 2 entire videos to get through the whole thing. It was 110,000 square feet, but guess what? That house does not have what this little house has. Guess what? It doesn't have an elevator bed. That's right, in this video, we're doing basically the exact opposite. We're going from the largest house, basically, in the entire planet, to this thing right here with the title, Open Concept Modern Tiny House with Elevator Bed. So with that said, let's go and see what this house is all about, because it's got 24 million views. So it's gotta be something crazy. So with that said, guys, let's destroy the like button. Guys, let's watch the video.
Hello from Alaska. My name is Anna White, and together with my husband, we build things. Our latest project is this rustic, modern tiny house.
Wow, this is exactly what I thought Alaska would look like. Just a whole bunch of snow everywhere. I actually heard Alaska could be a really beautiful place, but I do terrible in cold weather. Like, it drops below 50, I'm an icicle. So I don't know if I could ever live in Alaska, but already, look at this. Her jacket actually matches the exterior of this. I'm not sure if that was done on purpose, but if so, she's thinking of the details.
Before we pop inside, a couple of exterior elements. We've got the cedar channel siding, and we've got standing seam metal roofing as the main siding.
I love the metal exteriors a lot. I don't know if this is always going to be in style. I mean, obviously, it's not always going to be in style, but first of all, they're really durable. I think they look really cool, and if we're ever attacked by zombies, it's just like one more thing for them to have to get through. So we may as well make it difficult on the zombies and go with stuff like this. I love it already.
This tiny house is stick framed on a 24-foot long, 8.5-foot wide trailer. Simple and classy on the outside. Let's go on in and check out the inside.
Wow, imagine driving down the freeway in that thing. I would love just to be able to take that thing wherever we go. If we want to go to Utah one day, just go and chill in this thing. You could literally take your house with you everywhere you go. I really like this.
Pretty nice in here. We have a nice little entryway area, and for hanging your coats. And living in rural Alaska like I do, we don't have a Target anywhere nearby, so everything pretty much has to be made.
Couldn't you just order it on Amazon and then ship it wherever you are? Or just get a P.O. box somewhere and just ship it there? I mean, listen, I'm not ragging on the making stuff, because obviously they're making it better than you could probably buy, but I don't know. Amazon Prime is essential in this day and age. You have to have Amazon Prime.
I love how this turned out. It's a quick drop zone to put all your stuff away. You'll notice there's a shoe bench right away, and it also acts as a step into the kitchen.
That's cool. Listen, I'm intrigued by the shoe bench. The other place that for $500 million had like a TV that rotated around the stuff. Like, I'm looking at this shoe bench. I'm like, wow, that's a really good idea. Because you have to think, with a space like this, every square inch has to be usable in some way or another. You got to get as much storage in here as possible. So stuff like that, I'm intrigued by that.
All of the plumbing, all of the tanks, everything has to be inside the trailer. That's why we have a raised kitchen floor. So, but there is some extra space in there. So what I did is these drawers are only, about 1.5 feet deep, and then there's all the space in behind that you can put.
I'm telling you, they thought of everything. There is not one square inch in this house where it's not usable in some way or another, or it doesn't transform into something else.
So moving along into the tiny house.
Why doesn't she tell us how much it is? That's the first thing that went through my mind, is how much is it? Is this something that's like, 50 grand, 100,000, $200,000? Looking at this, I would say something like this would probably run you about 150. That's what I'm going with.
If we're going to create this wide open space, we have to have somewhere for the bed to go. So my solution for the bed was just to raise it up. And I accomplished this for about $500 with off-the-shelf parts from the hardware store, just some sliding door hardware and a garage storage lift. And I'll show you how it works.
Wow! That is a genius idea. That's the sort of stuff that listen, I'm not smart enough to think of stuff like this. I could think of ways to make money. I would never be able to come up with this. This is such a genius idea. This is the sort of stuff that you learn after doing this for probably like a decade. And then you realize, wait a second, we could put the bed on an elevator. Why didn't I think of that before? Wow, I love that. That's just cool. But you know what? The TV is bothering me here. They got to lower it a little bit more, and then you have a TV right at the end of the bed. That's good thinking.
So bed down, and these little coffee tables actually work as a step stool. You can place them here and then just climb up and hop into bed. Oh yeah. This is amazing.
Why does everyone have to show you how the bed works? I've noticed this. Everybody's like, check out the bed, and then they have to get on the bed. We know how a bed works. There's no instruction manual for a bed. You lay down in the bed. So, like, I get it. It's comfortable, but everybody has to be like, oh, check out the bed. Lay down on it.
The client wanted 3 things out of the seating. He wanted storage, he wanted comfort, and he wanted it to turn into a guest bed. What I finally came up with was to take a full-size foam mattress and then cut it up into pieces to make the cushions and to create this sectional. And then to make it into a guest bed, we just have to put all the pieces back together. So you see 2 pieces here, there's a 3rd piece that's missing, and I'll show you how that works.
How do you think of this stuff?
So it's perfectly sized, and then for the cushion, this nice little backrest that we have. Now we have a full-size real mattress.
No. What did I just watch? I feel like we gotta watch this again. That's a genius.
It's very comfortable with all the storage underneath it. It's easy to make. Just throw a sheet on it to keep the pieces together, and your guests have a really comfortable place to sleep. And we're in bunk mode.
I love that. Oh, you know what? We're getting an ad on this. Okay, well, the ad's running. I gotta say, listen, this is the first new shirt that I've had in probably, I don't know how long, 6 or 7 months. Guess what? Big shout out to Rox on Instagram with the OVO team. This is crazy. He actually reached out to me. He's like, dude, we see you're in Las Vegas. We got a store at the Wynn. Just come down and pick out some stuff. And I literally went there. There's such nice people. So if anyone is in Las Vegas, you want to pick up some really comfy shirts and just hoodies and everything, guys, this is it. And it's not sponsored. He literally asked for nothing in return. He's like, hey man, just some free clothing. Just come by, wear it, and enjoy it. And gosh, I am a fan. OVO, guys. So that's what this is. A big shout out and big thank you for that. It's incredible. But anyway, back to the video now. I'm happy I got a new shirt today. This is my first new shirt in a very long time, and it's so comfortable. So thank you, guys.
This is not just a great little lounge area where you can watch TV and enjoy the view and entertain. It's also can double as a work surface. So these coffee tables, they have storage, so you can put lots of things inside of them.
Yeah, every box in a place like this is storage. Anything that opens up, I would just assume at this point, it's storage. Like I said, you need a lot of storage in this space.
There's a cushion on them so they can double as a lap desk. You can put your laptop here and work, you can eat here. There's just a lot of options with them. You can sit here and you can have like a table on your sofa. They're very versatile and they serve a 3rd purpose. You can flip them over and they can become a chair.
Ah, look at that. So creative. It's like everything has at least like 5 different purposes. You could play frisbee with it. You could sit on it. It's a lap desk. It's storage. If it doesn't have 5 purposes, it's not in here.
So another challenge with this tiny house is the client wanted a desk and a table and some storage. And we've achieved the storage here.
You could tell she redid the shot because you're like, the kid is in the background just like playing in the snow. She's like, get out of there, get out of there. I'm filming, leave me alone. And then they start over again.
We really had this open area left. This tiny house was the first time that I've ever had the problem of too much space. I really didn't know what to do with it, and I certainly didn't want to eat all this space up with a giant table. And I knew I needed storage. So I started with the storage first, and we just built this bookshelf right over top of the wheel well.
Oh, let me guess. Those things pull up so that way it doubles as a table. I'm gonna guess that's it, and if so, I nailed it. Let's see.
And I wanted to kind of hide some of the things in it, so I built these barn doors that slide. So you can access everything. But of course, there's more.
But wait, there's more. It also doubles as a tennis court. When you move this over here and you shift this down that way, and then you take this ping pong table and you put it over there, and then all of a sudden you got a full-size basketball court.
You can take these doors and swing them up on the pipe bar, and you can convert it right into a desk.
Look at that. I told you. That is so cool.
And then you can take your coffee table, flip it over, and you have a chair.
No way. Listen, she's done this once. I feel like she should just replicate the same thing over and over and over and just keep selling these. If she sold this at like 180 grand, I guarantee they would be sold out. That seems dangerous. Listen, I don't know about you, but we just had an incident with David Dobrik lately and Jeff Wittick, and it involved some stuff similar to this. So maybe it's not a good idea to be doing this sort of stuff here. I don't know.
You can double it into a really big long table, or you can go into Thanksgiving mode.
Okay, that actually just blew my mind there. That actually is like, I'm speechless. I didn't even know it could do stuff like that. I'm amazed. I gotta say, I'm more amazed at this house than the $500 million house. Because here's the thing, at $500 million bucks, it's just, it's money. I mean, that's really what it is. It's like, what idea can you come up with? What do you want? And how much money can you throw at it to make it a thing? This, to me, this doesn't take, it's not money. This is pure ingenuity and creativity. Is that kind of like the same thing? I think I just said the same word over again. But no person would think that this does this. I wouldn't have. But it's genius.
So one of the things that's been keeping me up at night in this kitchen is, where is the cereal box going to go? Because you wanted all open cupboards above the cabinet. You can't have a cereal box sitting out.
Why can't you? Why can't you just make the cereal look really cool? Like, you know how some of these mansions have like candy rooms where all the candy's displayed? Why don't you do the same thing in cereal? You just make it, like, you pour it in the little things, you get like a plastic tube that's see-through, you go and churn it in the bottom. You know, at the grocery stores they have all of that, they churn it at the bottom, all the stuff comes out. Just do that.
This is what I came up with. You can just pull this cupboard out, that's part of the entryway, and it's a pantry.
Oh, no. No, come on. Wow. It's just, I am so surprised here. Every inch is another surprise. That's what she said. We'll keep that in there. That's funny. Listen, that is as raunchy as we get here on the channel. I'll cut it off at that. We'll keep it PG, but hit the like button.
We love how the kitchen turned out. It's just got a sink, and the client wanted to have a microwave and induction burners, so he's going to add those later. But there is a washer and dryer combo unit spot in this kitchen. Let's see if you can figure out where it is.
Washer dryer combo unit in a kitchen. I'm guessing it's got to be in one of the cabinets. That's my guess, right? It's got to be in one of those little cabinets below the sink.
So we needed somewhere to hang clothes in this tiny house, but I was really out of space. So I thought, what about that wasted space in the shower? What if we put a closet that was hung on the ceiling on a slide, and then you could slide the closet over?
Wow! Gosh! I didn't even think about that. She's right. Imagine that. Yeah, I mean, you're only going to use the shower like maybe once a day. Let's just say every other day, give or take. Makes sense that you would turn that into a closet. Wow.
The closet can go back in the shower, and your bathroom is back to normal with zero space that's taken up with the closet. So that's the bathroom, and that's pretty much the entire tiny house. But we still haven't found the laundry. Have you guessed where it is yet?
It's got to be in one of those cabinets that's hidden. So it makes it look like it's something, like you pull it out, it's a drawer, but it's not. That's my guess.
And then there is a spot for a washer dryer combo here, perfectly sized. The hookups are underneath the sink, and you can still access over here the closet to put your laundry away. It pulls back in place, and you never even know there is a laundry center right in the middle of your kitchen.
Wow! That's even better than what I thought. This is genius, guys. This is genius.
We love how this tiny house turned out. It really has it all. We've got lots coming up in 2017. We're only a month into it. So if you aren't, do subscribe and follow us on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram.
Wow, okay, so big shout out to Anna White for producing this. She's got almost 700,000 subscribers, and it's easy to see why. Her work, in my opinion, is like a 10 out of 10. It's so creative. It's genius. I just want to know, how much is this? How much is it? If I want to buy one of these right now, I'm trying to look through their website right now. I don't see it. But I gotta say, this thing makes me want one of these really badly. And in my opinion, I gotta say, I might get some hate for this, I would rather have this than that $500 million house. All things considered, this to me is just so much more practical, it's livable, and the fact that you could take it anywhere, I want to do this one day. One day I want to do van life, but I'll do tiny house life. We're gonna one-up it and just take that wherever we go. So if you want to be a part of that, one day, just subscribe to the channel down below. It's called The Stuff Family. It's a brand new vlog channel. So at some point in the future, I'd love to be able to do this. So if you want to subscribe, be a part of the Stuff Family, link down below in the description. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. As on the podcast, the Iced Coffee Hour, new episodes being posted every single Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.